Hey everyone, and welcome to Death Must Die. So this is a game that I've not actually played on my account just yet. I've seen the game and I've tried it on somebody else's account, but the best way to describe this I would say is it's a cross between Hades, Vampire Survivors, and Diablo, which honestly sounds incredibly fun. So we'll jump into the game just now, and you'll get to see everything basically from first time. So we've got our instructions here, we've got our dash, we've got our attack, got an auto attack, so I think we'll turn the auto attack on. It does seem to slow you down, so I think we'll get used to that. So space is the dash, and similar to a lot of your other kind of Vampire Survivor games, constant waves. Something up on the map here, so we'll have a look at that. Just a permanent little buff. Seems to be. So yeah, quite like the art style of this. Thought it'd be a nice little fun game to go through.
You're the one time gave their hourglass to, huh?
And every time you level.
Well, whatever it is you're doing here, I'm always the first to help mortals, so allow me to lend a hand.
Yes, we've got the Goddess of Fire here, giving us a little bit of help, giving us a buff we get to choose for every level. And I think the idea of meteors just falling from the sky just seems pretty handy. Get a little bit more info here, so burning seems pretty good. Our attacks, however, just doing burning, just getting a flat 27% seems good. Charges, well, we've already got our dash, that's not giving us any more, so yeah, I think we'll go with random meteors hitting on the ground. We'll probably upgrade that and it'll give us a little bit more. Granted, the meteors are not really the most accurate of hitting the enemies, but hopefully that shouldn't matter too much in the long run if we get it upgraded a few times and it's just hitting everything in the sight. Oh, so you can hit the projectiles and stop them hitting us with our melee attack. Looks like all the enemies, unlike in games like Vampire Survivors, have little animations for their attacks, so I've seen the red danger zone.
By the way, the goddess of all the hot stuff. Fires, volcanoes, you know it.
Okay, God's given us a little bit more of an introduction. And I think that this time what we'll be going for is we'll go for the Vengeful Strike, just to get that burn damage out. It looks like our character's going to be mainly melee, so okay. I think we'll start to head over towards some of these other markings here. So more adept offers. From what I've seen so far, the adept offers are basically you get your skills from a level up. Adept is just a kind of a rarer difficulty, so just a little bit more powerful than the common upgrades. Expert, what we saw, is our very first one. It's purple, and you get higher than that as well. So hopefully we'll get something here. I've seen this character here. It's a little chatty skeleton who likes to insult you as you start to hit him, and he likes to run away. And there, as you saw, was a little item dropping on the ground, and we've got one up here as well. So if I press the B button here, you can see basically you get gear that carries on throughout the levels as well. And this is more kind of like your Diablo style. You've got your skills, you've got all your offensive stats, you've got your defensive stats, and it shows you kind of your chances of getting different rarities of your offers. And obviously you've got kind of other utility skills as well. So having these abilities kind of carry from run to run gives a little bit more fun. So I think that what we'll do is we'll get our meteors being a little bit stronger. They'll do more. We'll get an extra one. They'll do more damage. The fire will be on the ground longer. Overall, just seems quite a good buff for us overall. Got a lot of buffs here. Just need to dodge his attacks. He dropped a chest for us, which gives us another level. And I think that what we'll do is we'll take the flare. It gives us a chance to do a little counter attack if anybody tries to attack us at least. And got a little bit of AoE and an okay amount of damage. And then we'll go back down and we'll try and get this little marker on the map again. But yeah, the art style seems quite fun, nice kind of pixel graphics. But the fact that the gameplay is basically given a nice combination of other games which are enjoyable seems like a great idea. So, I was a big fan of the Vampire Survivors, very much a big fan of Diablo in the past, and Hades I've not actually played, but I've only ever heard good things. Oops. And well, those guys seem a little bit tougher than the skeletons, but the fact that meteors are hitting them before they even get anywhere near me kind of nullifies that. So we're getting nice little runs so far. So outside of the game, you do get a little bit of progression. You've got your items that carry on. You've got kind of upgrades for characters as well over time. So we'll have a quick look here, and I would say the fact that it's kind of given us the two kind of adept options. We kind of want to choose one of these. Kill number of burning enemies, explosion always sounds pretty good. The dash again doesn't seem that great, so I think we'll go for the combust option here. Okay, and again we'll head over to these little buffs. And there's the explosion, definitely what we'll need, a little bit of more AoE, a little bit more focused as well. Don't know if that triggers with our meteors as well. And, well, nothing for looting a grave. It's, I guess, just that kind of thing that happens then. Okay, so I have seen here, basically we can't go through this fire here, and we're going to have a nice little wave here. So all these little slimes, we'll start to see it's a little bit more hectic, and hopefully we don't die here. So we'll go out to one side, we'll do a couple of dashes just to get some distance. I think those meteors falling from all over is actually starting to benefit us quite well. And oh, yeah, we should be okay here. Just need to be a little bit safer. Okay, so more damage, more damage, more damage. This time it's not giving us an extra meteor, and the damage increase is a bit slow, or a bit low. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go for the flat melee attack damage increase here. Hopefully we can get an actual rarity upgrade for that skill at some point later. Okay. And that's the end of all the slime. Let's try and head over towards these little upgrades. Oh, skeletons seem to be a bit stronger now, so hopefully we're still okay. No longer dying in the single hit, so it's probably a good thing I did go for the damage upgrade. Hopefully we can get a few more items at some point. We can get ourselves a little bit more stats. Okay, so Shard of the Fallen. Lose max life. Come a little bit of my glass cannon there. Lower our spell cooldowns, but more damage. More kind of big burst, but not quite as constant. And this one here seems not so good. I think what we'll do is we'll go for lower spell cooldowns. We'll get that extra damage for our meteors and the explosion. We've still got our roll attack, so that won't be getting affected too much, so hopefully this is an overall buff for us. Got all the skeletons kind of screaming insults to us.
Hero, I tasked you with defeating death. For this, I reward you with my powers. Now obey.
And we've got ourselves another god here, giving us a little bit more of a different style of ability. Okay, so we've got shurikens here. That gives us the rupturing ability. So if they get ruptured, they take 30 damage for every 1 range they move, and 300 damage for every 1 range of knockback. Okay, and we have your attacks have a chance to create a chain that rotates around you. This gives us a knockback, gives us rupture as well. So I think both of these seem relatively good. So I think it's between the shurikens and the chains. I think the chains sound a little bit more fun because they're at least closer to us, and our meteors are a bit random. I don't really know how good the shurikens will be just now, so we'll go for this. And the chain definitely seems pretty helpful already, so I'm quite happy with this choice. And okay, we've got ourselves another little boss here. And hopefully he goes down quite quickly. So it looks like we're getting more enemies coming in for us. Let's different styles. So we've got Leeds Long Ghosts, we've got the other one that seemed to be summoning, and we've got these ones which were a boss at one point and now seem to be regular mobs. Okay, let's just keep heading down and hopefully we can get a few more little buffs. Okay, I see one over here. Okay, so we've already got the Chains of War. And got an option here for blades, which, you know what, more rupturing, more AoE. Let's just have a look at this. Well, that's definitely not what I was expecting. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little bit of a boss fight. And I have a feeling I'm not going to do so well here. And well, that's our first run down. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than next time. So don't have much stats at the moment. Hopefully we'll get to carry on and build ourselves up and be a little bit stronger the next run. So we've now got options here for the stash, and somebody over here. So stash gives us the option to store some items from run to run.
Our hourglass has brought you back. Step into the water once more, hero. We cannot follow you, but soon others will come to your aid.
So what that character is basically meaning is there is multiple classes for the game as well, so a little bit more variety for every playthrough. And after every run you go back to the starting area and you get to go through again with either a few more upgrades, or in every run you get a little bit different combination of gods that can help you as well.
Death will stand trial for his transgressions.
And obviously we get a little bit more of the story as well. Throughout each run you also get the ability to slowly upgrade the camp there as well. So hopefully we'll go a little bit stronger here, we'll get a little bit better items to carry on, and then basically we'll just be stronger and stronger to be able to kill all the bosses throughout the runs. I believe there's also a harder mode after killing all the bosses, so kind of a new game plus.
Path to victory is littered with the fallen.
And I think this time we will have the shurikens. It looks like this is just kind of the flat attack damage, and the extra damage to barriers doesn't seem that worthwhile at the moment, but might be a little bit better later on in the run. So shurikens definitely seem like they might be quite handy for the AoE. So as soon as we start getting a little bit more surrounded. Okay, so again we'll kind of just head in one general direction and turn back if there's any kind of big packs like this one here.
Make them feel the heat. Those of them that can, anyway.
So I think this time we'll start with the flare. And we'll just try and get a little bit closer. And hopefully we'll get a nice build up of damage for anybody who tries to attack us. This way we can also keep our experience near us. So we Shrine of Fates, we get Banishes, which basically can rule out a spell from being able to be used. Got a reroll, which basically just allows you to re-roll between any of the skills that are shown, and alterations lets you choose from a different god. I think what we will do is we'll try the re-roll and hopefully we can get a nice better skill. So if we see something which is just a normal novice kind of ability, we'll try and upgrade it. I think what we'll do is, just to get our experience built up a bit faster, is we'll turn the auto attack off. We'll try and walk towards the enemies a little bit quicker, just to build up the experience. That way we're not kind of just standing auto attacking with nothing nearby. So this is our normally pretty good for later on in the game if there's a bunch of experience lying around, but unfortunately I've just used it very early on. So we've got 3 novice abilities, so we could try a reroll and see if we get something a little bit better. We get our flare again, but I think we'll just take that just now as well. Okay, let's head in this general direction. Let's see if we can get something else. I'm not seen any shrines so far, so I do have one now. We'll see our little boss here as well, so we'll go deal with him. Powerful sword sounds like a good item to have. And we get ourselves our chest as well. Okay, so I think this time we'll try another reroll. Hopefully we can get another bit of an upgrade. Again, we're only getting our flare, so this time we'll go for the Vengeful Strike since we're mainly all attacking anyway, so we might as well add the extra damage on there.
You've been enlisting a lot of help from the others, haven't you? I bet he wouldn't expect his own tools against him, though. Mind if I join?
And now we've got
Yeah, I'm Mort, Death's daughter. But I'd really like to see him defeated nonetheless. Personal reasons.
So yeah, we've got ourselves another god. As I said, there's quite a few, and so far we've seen War, Fire, now got the Daughter of Death. We've seen Time, but he's not gave us any abilities. I believe there's another one for Lightning, and I believe there's probably plans to add further gods on later in the game as well. So this is just an early access game just now. At the moment, though, we'll have a quick look at these skills. I would say that, well, we don't have any option to curse right now, so this seems not so good. Sickles of Mort applies attack statuses, so that would apply our burning, so that seems pretty useful. And this one here, our dash, heals us. So if we're below 30% health, then we get a little bit of a heal. So that seems pretty useful. And it gives us damage for an AoE attack as well for anybody that's nearby. So we'll grab that because we are dashing quite often. And I'll turn the auto attack on just now. And we've got a nice little Ghostbuster beam going after people now. Okay, so I have a feeling those graves just never have anything in them. Okay, so we got ourselves a belt. We got ourselves a weapon earlier as well, so let's see. So we'll do a shift, so a lot more attack damage. So I think that's just a flat upgrade for us, especially with the DPS increase. And we've got a belt which we don't have any for, so that's a nice easy choice. Let's see if we can get something else for us. So a fallen hero and the graves both seem to give us no loot, it's unfortunate. Stamina, so that just gives us a nice little speed buff for a little bit. So you can see the buff just above our head, next to our health bar and our charge count. Okay, I'm pretty sure if we press tab we can see all the skills that we've picked throughout the run as well. Probably should have showed that in the very first run, but it's okay. I don't think there's any issues there with missing it out just once. Okay, let's just keep dashing around and fighting all these annoying skelly boys. And we've got our barrier up for our slimes. They all seem to be the 4-minute mark, so generally as these type of games you get different monsters spawning or different types of enemies spawning, different timers, same with bosses and different events. So hopefully, again, we'll be okay here. Fortunately I don't really have quite as much AoE, with me no longer having my meteors. So I think this time I might be taking either the blades or the chains of war just for an extra attack. However, I do see here that the shurikens will now pierce, and that sounds like it could be quite fun just to see it going through a little bit more enemies. So I'm going to take the shurikens. We'll save the reroll for another one. I think our next ability we'll try a reroll and see if we can get something a little bit better than Novice. And I'll just concentrate a little bit here, try and make sure I don't die super early in this run. Okay. Coming from a few different sides. And that's us, nice and safe. Let's turn the auto attack off and try and gather a few more shrines. See them down there at the bottom left, that'll be handy. We got our harder skeletons now. And I think we'll take the Vengeful Strike again just to get that a little bit more damage as well. Now we've got our nice little boss which summons people up. So hopefully don't cause us any issues. War Totem. Right. Flat damage increase seems pretty helpful. Seems to be what we're mainly doing. And we'll get ourselves a little bit more luck stat, so hopefully that increases our chance to get gear. Okay, so we've got our lifelink, we've already have that. Luck, well we just got some luck, so I don't think we need to grab that anymore. And this gives us the ability to curse enemies. So that does percentage of their life. That seems pretty good. So it's a curse and it does percentage of life. So that might be pretty helpful for some bosses. So we'll grab that for this run. And I'm already quite happy to see these coming out. Nice little bit of range the damage for us. No monsters is a bit worrying. Okay. So we've got our slightly harder wave now with the tougher monsters. We've got our new ghosts friends as well. I'm guessing they're ghosts. Definitely look like them. Nice glowy effect. It's a bit of delay.
Hi again.
Okay, so I do believe Conquest can change for the better if only focused on its good sides. Determination is a wonderful trait. We'll certainly use his talents more fortuitously low. So let's see what more it gives us this time. So we can have our own skeletons. They don't really have that much damage or life. We could have our own ravens. And we could have our sickles. 24 seconds, 7 to 12 damage doesn't seem that great. However, the ravens here, they don't do that much damage. There is quite a lot of them, so that might build up. And they move quite fast as well, and they also apply the cursed effect, which at the moment seems pretty good. So I think we'll grab that, and hopefully they stack up over time. Okay, so the ravens are working quite well, I would say. Well, obviously this is just against... Okay, let's see how well they do against the bosses here. So I think we kind of really need to try and focus one of them down. Nope. Let's get this, give ourselves a nice bonus. I think what we'll do is we'll do our ball attacks, we'll grab this item and we'll have a look to see what we've just been given. So, shard pull area, so that'll pull the experience closer to us, and we've got our permanent banish stat now as well. And now I need to be careful that I don't get hit the second I come out. Okay, so one of these are down, so hopefully this should make things a little bit easier. That was nearly a bad little dodge. Should maybe not dodge into a pillar. And we got the bosses down in the second run, so that's pretty helpful. More ravens, more damage, more phantoms, more life. We've actually got an option to curse people now, so I think the fact that we've got ravens that curse, soul stealers that curse, the fact that this then gives us more experience, I think that might be pretty good, because if we level up faster, we'll get more powers as well. So we'll take this one just now. And we'll go get ourselves that life that dropped. And we'll now have a look at the weapon that we got. So, DPS is actually lower. Our other sword attacks faster. So even though this is a rarer weapon, it's actually worse unless they're on lower health. So I think we'll avoid this just now, and we'll probably sell that if we get the store in the next run. I thought that was a little chatty skeleton coming back for round 2 at first. Peace of mind. More pickups. That sounds good. Okay, let's have a nice little run down here just now. More gauntlets, but we'll have a look at that right there. Okay. And he's not happy. We've already killed him once. He's probably not going to be happy because we're out to kill him again.
Ah, a mortal with courage. Let's see if you're worth more than the dirt you tread on.
So Coron doesn't seem the most happy of us at times, but he's still giving us some powers, so I think this time what we'll do is we'll go for the blades. It just seems to be a nice little bit of AoE just to randomly go around the map, just like the meteors was. So, keep ourselves dodging. And go get ourselves... Well, that's definitely something which is helpful. It gives us the experience all the way around the map. And Ravens here going out, causing some damage.
Never cross me.
He's got a conquest, so I don't think very many people would be. Okay. Attack speed for each ruptured enemy. So we are rupturing with shurikens, but things are dying quite quickly. And we're rupturing with the blades. Having 2 of these blades might be quite good, because they are quite big across the map. So I think we'll take that one. Maybe we'll get something to increase their size later as well. If that keeps scaling up, then that'll be very handy indeed. Okay, so I think we'll heading down just now. We're coming up for the 10-minute mark, so I think that might be time for another boss. Or maybe it's just a harder wave, because these ghosts are definitely a lot faster than I remember the last time. And I asked for area and we get it straight away, so that's quite good. Taking a few hits that probably shouldn't be. See an item on the floor that sounds quite good, so it was nice to have extra luck. Okay. So I did say extra damage to the barriers might be a bit better later on in the run, so I think we'll try that just now. And let's have a look at the lucky belt. The Black Ghost just is not wanting to die. Okay. Burning enemies leave fire when they die. I'm guessing the fire just applies burning. Got the chance for a firebolt to fire out. So I think it's really down between the Vengeful Strike and the Flare again. So I think we'll go for Vengeful Strike since we're mainly doing our melee damage. And now we'll have a quick look at this belt as well, see if it's any better. So some luck, some armor, lower evasion, lower life. The luck seems to be useful for items, god blessings, objects. but not better chances of getting rare items. And at the moment I think items are kind of what we want, so I don't think that's actually better for me just now. We'll have a quick look to see what evasion does. That's 1.9% chance to evade, so maybe the armor's actually better, because that seems to be adding a lot, just flat damage reduction. So yeah, I think we'll keep the armor just for that small amount of increase at least. Okay, let's try and get as much gold as we can, as much damage as we can to everything here. Oh, yeah, jumping away into danger. Okay, not seen any nearby shrines, so hopefully they're about to just show up for me.
What kind of legend would it be without some fire and mayhem?
So hopefully summer gives us a nice little buff here. Spell damage increased, so I'm not actually sure if the ravens are cast as a spell, execution's a spell, blade's a spell. Okay, so other than vengeful strike, which I've put my most stats into, everything else is in fact a spell, so I think we'll take this just now because it's just a nice flat buff for everybody. We'll just keep going down and hopefully we'll find a little shrine somewhere. One that gives me some healing might be helpful, just so I'm topped up for whenever I find a boss. Oh, well. Seems to be you ask for something and you get it straight away. I quite like that style in game. Okay, we've got our summoner here. Kill him. I think I accidentally walked into somebody there. Some extra life. And try and kill people a little bit quicker. Okay, so I quite liked the combust the last time, just nice bit of explosion, so I think we'll grab that. I know we're spreading our skills a bit thin, but that should be okay. Okay. Still not seeing any more shrines, so I don't know if there's maybe a maximum amount that you can get on the map. Okay, slimes. Oh no. Definitely not what I'm wanting to see. There's just seemed to be a never-ending wave of these just now. I probably should not have went straight into them, but I'm hoping that I can get some experience for the ones that did die. They're definitely moving a lot faster than I am. Hoping the blades and...
Now isn't this curious? You're so intertwined with time itself that it's really hard to get a read on your fate, hero.
Okay, so one
Will
of the
you
other
fail
gods
or succeed?
goddesses.
Or maybe it'll be one of the others. Oh, sorry. They haven't arrived for you yet. But it would be a shame to see you fail. Perhaps we could fudge the numbers a little.
Okay. So, attack area, evasion. I think the evasion might be quite handy considering we're currently surrounded, but attack area might give us that a little bit better ability to clear, so I'm going to rely on my dashing skills and we'll take the attack in the wider area. And this is where my dash skills are probably going to instantly let me down. As I dash straight into a pillar. Okay. So I'm seeing a bunch of experience down here. That was nice. Okay. All the slimes are gone.
We didn't introduce ourselves last time. We're the Fates.
Okay.
Glow, the sleeping one, spins the strings of life. Lachi measures them and all that boring stuff, while I, Isa, snip with the scissors when the time comes.
Okay.
I have the most fun job. It does get tiring to see them all go, though. Always, forever, and ever. But maybe you'll put an end to that. Who knows?
Okay. Faster attack speed is definitely going to be a nice benefit for me here. So I'm definitely going to take this one. We could use our last reroll, actually, and see if we can get a higher level than just novice. That might be more beneficial just now. And that unfortunately did not come across, but we at least get our attack hits in a wider area again, so we're still getting something useful here. Okay. So these things were a little bit annoying earlier. I think I'm a little bit stronger now. That one's more of a boss, so... Okay, I take it back, and I've ended my run. Well, I think we did quite well until I decided to just jump straight into a ghost. Yeah. And here we have our second character. But unfortunately I think we'll end the video here. And hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I'll do a little bit more videos for this game in the future. Cheers, and bye.